Sorry, I had to let my dogs out. Anyways, so we had all made a plan. We're like, yep, we're gonna do that. We're gonna make the one trip. You'll stay with the stuff, and then we'll go get your stuff and the rest of our stuff, and then we'll meet you back up there. So, come to find out, while we were walking down the hill, she turned and just went the complete opposite direction, ignored every single thing that our leader said, and I totally understand that she had like a heart defect and she couldn't walk as well. Like, I totally get that. However, it's very like rude and disrespectful to just completely leave the group, and also unsafe. Like, we spent 10 minutes looking for her, and we were all like really mad because we were like, she couldn't even bring like her pillow, and it was just rude. Like, we had been so nice to her all camp, and then my leader was furious, and when she saw her, she was like, you know what, we have all been very, very nice to you, and the next time you want to disrespect me like that, just don't even bother. She said something else, but I'm not gonna repeat it. Yeah, so we were all very nice to her. We all did our best to help. I don't really think she like wanted to be a part of our group or really anything. That's about all I have to say about that. What's next? Oh yeah, so we were there for 9 days. It was 9 days long, and you got 2 showers. I only actually used one of my showers, but I'll explain why in a second. So you got 2 showers, and you had this little like punch card for your 2 showers. And I didn't realize that we had to bring that when we went to go shower, because they wanted to make sure like people weren't using too much water, because we didn't have that much water. Sorry, I'm facing sunlight, and if you see me go cross-eyed, it's because I have a cross-eye, and you know, it's just sunlight kind of bugs it, but it's good lighting. So anyways, so they wanted to make sure like you were showering, you weren't abusing it though, so they gave everyone 2 showers for the 9 days, and then in those times you had specific like showering time slots. Like, this campsite would shower from like 6:45 to 7, and then this one would do 7 to 7:45. I know those times didn't make sense, but you get the point. Like, there were certain time sections. Anyways, so yeah. I only showered the one time at the camp. The other time I showered was the day before we left. No, the day before we left. So our second last day. I don't know why I didn't just say it like that, but whatever. Second last day. Because we went to water park, and I just showered there because I thought it would be easier than waiting in line forever, because you had to wait in line, because despite the fact that they had like specific campground like time slots, it was still terrible. You still had to wait in line to shower. I knew what I was signing up for though. I didn't really care, but it was kind of like, probably could have planned it out better, but I'm not an organizer, whatever. Yeah. So at this camp, there's people from like all over the world. Like, we had people from the States, people from Sri Lanka. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Like, literally everywhere. And so when we had it, it was summertime, and it was actually held in like my home province, a couple hours away from where I live actually. So I didn't have to pay like any travel fees except for like a bus, but like most girls had to fundraise for like airplane tickets, and like some girls got rejected their visa because they just couldn't come. And yeah, so that was kind of, sorry, my dogs are chasing each other around. Anyways, so yeah, it was in the summertime, and we were all like, oh yeah, it's gonna be nice all week. It rained pretty much every single day we were there. No, it rained every day we were there. From like, probably like half the day, and then it always rained in the night. And you know, we had, trying to guess, I don't know the actual number, at least 10,000 people at that camp. And the campground was rather large. When you have 10,000 people walking all over grass paths when it's wet, it's gonna get muddy. It got very muddy. Like, my dad regularly camps at the camp that we had the camp at. Anyways, he regularly camps there, and he was like, it's destroyed. Like, what did you guys do to it? It was raining so bad. They tried to put like cardboard down to help, but like over time, like that would work for like a couple hours, but then the cardboard got broken or like just muddy, and then they got like wooden pallets to put down, and that worked for the bigger areas, but then some of them started breaking. Basically, it was just a big mess because I'm pretty sure most of the event coordinators planned for it to be sunny, and it rained every single day. So yeah, that was nice. Yeah, he loves that. Oh, and so on the last day of the camp, they were like, we have this big surprise. Like, no one knew what it was. I'm pretty sure our leaders knew, but they were like, oh yeah, we don't know. But I'm pretty sure they knew. And they had this huge like dance party where like they just played songs from like all the time. But it was pouring rain again because it rained all the time. So I'm in like my full like rain suit. Like, I have my raincoat, my rain pants. I didn't own rain boots, but like I had shoes. Yeah, so I was, you know, doing that. And then this song came on, and I like knew, like, what was it? Oh, it was Gangnam Style. And you know, the part where you're like supposed to do, I don't even know how to describe it, but I was doing that, and everyone was like, you look like a fisherman just trying to dance. And I was like, that's the goal, obviously. Yeah, so that was GM. It was pretty interesting. It was lots of fun. Like, I definitely don't regret it, but like, I wish it was better. And I also got very homesick because I went to a summer camp with like my normal guide unit for 6 days, came home for 6 days, and then went away for 9 days. So it was just a lot. I didn't like it. Like obviously I enjoyed things, but I was homesick a lot. Oh, and one more thing. When I was at the Girl Guide camp that I just mentioned with like my normal unit, my leader told me that I needed to make traders to give to people. To trade, obviously, that's what they're called. And I didn't know about this. And so I was like, traders? Like, what am I gonna do for traders? And she was like, oh, well, you can just like, you know, make some. And I was like, oh, okay, how many do I need to make? She was like, oh, I'd probably make about 200. So I was like, you want me to make 200 in 6 days? And like, I still had plans because like, I hadn't seen my family for 6 days. I hadn't seen my boyfriend for 6 days. I was going to Stampede the last day before I left for camp. Belle's crying. Are you okay? Belle, what do you want? What's wrong? Come here. Oh, kitty. Sorry. Anyways, so I was going to Stampede the last day. And, I was like, I don't have time to make 200 traders. Fun fact, I did make all 200. Fun fact, they were garbage. I literally just printed out a tiny... I literally just printed out a tiny, like, clip art of the, like, a globe. That's the word I was looking for. I printed out a tiny clip art of a globe and then wrote, "We belong," because that was kind of like the slogan. And then GM 2016. Was it 2016? Yeah, it was. Yeah, that feels like forever ago. Oh my gosh. And, I glued, or no, I didn't glue. No, I did glue. Did I? I can't remember. Yes, I glued them to the back of a Rice Krispies box, and then I put tape on them to laminate them. And then I stuck a safety pin through it, and it was supposed to be able to like go on people's hats or backpacks. So I made 200 of those. I still have like all of them. I barely, if I had to guess, I gave under 50 away, and I made 200. So yeah, it's kind of a waste of my time, but it's okay. Who doesn't like to waste their time every now and then? Yeah. I'm sorry, my eye keeps going cross-eyed, and I feel like it looks bad. Anyways, that's all I got. So yeah, that was my experience at GM. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you about my GM experience. So keep watching. So I went to GM, I should probably specify what that is, sorry. GM stands for Guiding Mosaic, and it's I don't remember how long they like space it out. I think it's like every 4 years, 5 years? I don't know. But it's a camp, like worldwide camp for Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's every 4 years, but don't quote me on that, please. So, yeah, I went to GM when I was 15, and it was, sorry, I put my notebook over here, I don't know why. Yeah, so I went when I was 15, and I, like, knew everyone that I was in my group with really well, except for this one girl. She was from another unit who didn't have enough girls to go with their own unit, so she just joined ours. Totally fine. Didn't bother us at all. Like, we were like, oh, okay, whatever, welcome. Not whatever, but like, you know what I mean? Like, we didn't care that we had someone who we didn't know, because whatever. So I was in the media program when I went, and it was the first year they did the media program. I don't actually think they've had GM since I last went, so if you're in Girl Guides and Girl Scouts and you're like, oh, that sounds cool, they might not do it again, but they probably will. It wasn't that good, the media program. I think it's just they didn't really like think it through, you know? Like, basically, the first day we did like get to know you games for our specific media group, and that was good. And then the second day we learned how to do like computer coding and stuff, and that was cool. And then from there on, we just did computer coding for the rest of the like 4 days. And I thought it was going to be like a different like source of media, like we were going to do maybe like video editing or like, I don't know, like I just thought there would be more than just coding. And they also had like a trailer set up that had all the computers, and there wasn't enough computers for everyone. So it wasn't very good. I remember on like my last day, they didn't have a computer for me. So I literally just like sat at like right by a charging outlet, and I just charged my phone, because you can't really charge your phone when you're there. So yeah. Anyways. So yeah, the media program wasn't that good, but whatever. I met some really nice girls in it. I don't talk to any of them, but like, I don't know. I would be open to talking to them. I'm just not very good at keeping up friendships like through texting. It's kind of why a lot of my friendships have kind of declined. I'm not good at texting. I prefer real life conversations, you know, face to face. Anyways, so yeah, I was in the media program, and so the one girl that was with our group, but like we didn't know her beforehand, her name, we'll just call her Allison. That's not her real name, we're just gonna call her that. So Allison, when she joined our group, we were kind of like confused, because she was like, oh yeah, I don't do very much backpacking, like I don't really like going on hikes. We were very confused. We were like, oh, okay, whatever. It was just weird because, like, our leader was very, like, backpack enthusiast, like, hiking enthusiast, all of that jazz. So we're like, why the heck is she in our unit? Again, we didn't really care, but we just kind of found it weird because she didn't really like match with us. Again, that was fine. But anyways, so we later learned that she had, I think, like a heart defect. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And so she couldn't do a lot of physical exertion, and she had to have an AED on her at all times. And yeah, so basically she was just like, oh yeah, I can't really do like much. And when we were at the camp, our camp was on a slope and our campsite was at the bottom of the hill or slope. And she had a difficult time with it, but no one like rushed her or anything. Like even when we had a fire drill, we were like, oh yeah, like take your time, because it was just a fire drill if it was an actual fire. And actually, no, halfway through they got her a car because they were like, oh, you need help. But yeah, if it was an actual fire, we would have been like, hey, can someone help this girl out? Like, she can't. But it was just a fire drill, so we kept cool. But yeah, we were all very nice, very understanding. Like, we all took our time with her. We were like, see you at lunch, Allison. And then just like walked off. We all took our time. We were all very nice to her. And she was in the media program as well. Her and I were the only two in our group that were in the media program. And so, yeah, so I was kind of like, they didn't really say that I was like her buddy, but I was her buddy. We didn't really hang out that much though. Like she didn't, not that we didn't get along, but like, you know how you just click with some people? We just didn't click. There's nothing that she did wrong, nothing that I did wrong. Anyways, so yeah, basically, so yeah, she had a heart defect and she couldn't do a lot of walking. On our last day of camp, we were packing up all our stuff and we had like a specific area where we were all supposed to put our things. So our leader was like, okay, we're all gonna go walk down. Allison, you can grab like your pillow or something light, and then we're all gonna make another trip to get your stuff, and then also like some other stuff that we couldn't get before because we had gone like to the mall and we had made like crafts and traders and all that stuff. So we had more than what we brought with us, which, you know, understandable. And so after we did that, I'm sorry, I need to let my dogs up 1 sec.